Mr. Speaker, they will continue demonstrating.
Time to substantiate and then...
So I meant just that, Mr. Speaker, even if they're in government. And I'm supporting that because if you listen to Senator Sifuna today, even you listen to him yesterday, he looks uncompromisable, Mr. Speaker, even if he is promised his people will be given chairman. Look at Senator Eddie. Senator Eddie is going to be given chairman. He's the vice chairman. And he's still asking questions to this government.
Senator Karungo, you have not substantiated your claim.
That is oversight and representation. I understand that is what we call a fair comment, Mr. Speaker. And when I say that, I might have been, because I don't want to attract Senator Osotsi again to stand and maybe ask for more clarification. When I said, you know, I'm a Kikuyu and I come from Mount Kenya, and sometimes when you talk about, when you're speaking English, you replace L's and R's. So I meant rooting, which means mandamano. Mr. Speaker, he comes, I meant he will come and do what he does best. I said rooting, which is taking the route, taking any routes to demonstrate in the streets of our capital, Mr. Speaker. So maybe if I was misunderstood, and maybe he had I used an L, I meant rooting. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
But this statement, according to the answer, it's different because you have said either Right Honorable Raila Odinga joins the government and they continue looting. Joins the government. I don't know whether you mean the government and Raila have been looting on Mandamano. I'm not sure whether that is that, but I will ask Senator Osotsi.
Maybe I just want you to understand, even when ODM is in broad-based government, they will continue making noise. You see them. We have given them chairmanship, and they're still making noise against the government. So what I'm trying to say, even if you do whatever you want to do, Mr. Speaker, they will continue demonstrating.
Time to substantiate and then...
So I meant just that, Mr. Speaker, even if they're in government. And I'm supporting that because if you listen to Senator Sifuna today, even you listen to him yesterday, he looks uncompromisable, Mr. Speaker, even if he is promised his people will be given chairman. Look at Senator Eddie. Senator Eddie is going to be given chairman. He's the vice chairman. And he's still asking questions to this government.
Senator Karungo, you have not substantiated your claim, unfortunately.
Mr. Speaker, I say he will join the government.
I'm not convinced as the chair that you have done that.
Yeah.
Yes, Senator Sifuna.
Honorable Speaker, when somebody is called to substantiate,
a senator, not somebody.
Yes, when a senator is called to substantiate, they must provide something to back their claims. You cannot take us down a rabbit hole trying us to teach us English and literature. And Honorable Speaker, even me, who's not a Njuricheke elder like yourself, Honorable Speaker, can tell when somebody is being clever. You are a person who has the capacity to tell when a senator is being clever. Honorable Speaker, I want you to rule the senator for Kiambu out of order. And in fact, he's added insult to injury by the claims that he has made here, casting aspersions against members of my party ODM, which is not something we will allow, Honorable Speaker. We will not allow it. So, Honorable Speaker, please, if he has been unable to substantiate, let the law take its course. I know the senator for Kiambu has been very busy out there in fact, we are wasting his time with him sitting here. I'm sure there is a rally somewhere in Lari, and I know how to use L and R. A rally in Lari is waiting for the senator for Kiambu. Release him to go.
So, Senator Karungo, you know, like your substantiation is very different with what I was pushing with Senator Mutata, because yours cannot be found anywhere in a newspaper or in a book that I'm going to refer. So instead of opening so many fronts here, then why don't you just, if you are misunderstood, you just apologize, then we move on. And we withdraw from the answer because I think that's gentleman enough.
Actually, Mr. Speaker, that's what I did. I just tried to say that I was misunderstood. I used an L instead of an R. And since they did not get it, Mr. Speaker, and I want to continue being friends with Senator Sifuna because I like what he's doing nowadays, I withdraw and apologize, Mr. Speaker.
Very well. Let's now go back to statements. Where were we this side? Who was the last to give comments? Okay. Now let's go to Senator Joe Newton.
No, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I just wanted to comment on the statement by Senator Hamida on the mental health of medical interns, Mr. Speaker. And